Making a band or a group that puts out chart-topping hits is hard enough, but maintaining a successful musical act with members who get along is a whole nother challenge. Whenever you put talented artists together, there's bound to be conflict, as creative differences and egos clash. And if you think things are better when the bandmates are related, think again. Today, I'm uncovering some surprising stories behind some of the most famous groups in soul and R&B history. I'm revealing the feuds, betrayals, and rivalries that fans rarely solve. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. One of the original girl groups, the Supremes, who was known for their stunning voices and their glamorous gowns. The group, which included Florence Ballard, Diana Ross, and Mary Wilson. They released a string of hits on Motown Records, including Baby Love, Where Did Our Love Go, and Come See About Me. But, as you can expect, everything began to fall apart. Florence Ballard was fired from the group in 1967 due to her struggles with addiction that caused her to miss several rehearsals and public appearances. However, before her firing, tensions was already on the rise, as Diana Ross, who was romantically linked to Motown founder Berry Gordy, appeared to receive some special treatment and greater creative control. After Ballard's departure, Gordy renamed the group Diana Ross and the Supremes. Shalamar, an R&B soul trio from the 70s and 80s, consisted of Jody Watley, Jeffrey Daniel, and Howard Hewitt. Anybody from the 80s will tell you that the crowd got jumping when songs like Make That Move, and A Night to Remember was played. But egos finally got the best of the group when Jody and Jeffrey, who was regular dancers on Soul Train before joining the group, felt their vocal skills were being undervalued, and Howard Hewitt was appointed as the group's lead singer. But officially, in 1983, the original lineup of Shalamar came to an end. It was a whole mix of creative differences and financial disputes with their label, Solar Records. However, Jody Watley, who went on to achieve mainstream solo success with classics like Looking for a New Love, reportedly, in a 2023 video post, Watley stated, "How can you beef with people you no longer work with? It's been 40 years and there's no beef. There's no grudge. Never has been. When people can't control you, they try to control how other people view you, trying to bring you down."
When Shalamar started, Jody and I were boyfriend and girlfriend. And then around 79, we broke up. There wasn't like no friction or no tension or anything like that. But then again, there was tension.
In addition to internal squabbles, differences with Dick Griffey took root.
He always would say, Jeffrey and Jody, you guys are just the dancers, It's a bad impression of his voice, but it just seemed right from the start he didn't see Jeffrey and I on the same level as any lead singer that would be in the group.
Not surprisingly, the budding superstars began to look closely at their bank accounts.
I'm not making any money from this, from touring, 365 days a year, but not one royalty, nothing. And I started feeling like we were being taken advantage of. I was being taken advantage of. And no amount of fame or popularity can smooth that over.
Dick, I'm trying to buy a house here. Y'all want to buy houses now. Y'all dancing on Soul Train for free yesterday. We didn't have enough money to buy cars. We were leasing a car through Dick Griffey's leasing agent. So see, we didn't own nothing.
The tension also spread to the group itself.
Howard had a talk with Jody and myself, and he told us, well, I'm the leader of the group. And Jody and I looked at him and said, excuse me, leader of the group? There's no leader to the group.
It started to get really fatiguing to not be respected and to be told that, you're just a dancer and you can be replaced. And it wasn't really healthy because I don't think that anyone should ever be in a situation where they get conditioned that they're not of value.
In the late 80s, Raphael Sadiq, his brother Dwayne Wiggins, and their cousin Timothy Christian Riley, who was better known as the R&B group Toni, they released a string of successful hits, such as Anniversary,
Just run straight to you, it's our anniversary.
and It Never Rains.
It never rains in Southern California.
But creative differences caused problems with the members that threatened to ruin their act and the vibe of their family reunion. Sadiq left the group in 1997, something he said he did to save the relationship. Polynesian singing stars The Jets found R&B and pop success with hit songs like Crush on You, and You Got It All.
You went out on a limb, and you're all that he.
The Talented Siblings was inspired by other family acts like the Jacksons and the Osmonds, and they was on the right path for their own success. But despite their talent, they never achieved the financial success that they deserved. According to an episode of UNSUNG, a rift was formed with the group as creative differences led to a struggle over the direction that the band would take, leaving the siblings to split into two separate groups, who challenged each other in court over who had the legal right to use the band's name.
There were some issues about, we got to change the way we do things now. And we didn't always agree on those changes.
As a singer, we had come out of our shell, and now when we perform, we were more effective on stage and we could really connect with our audience. But trying to find out how to make the Jets relevant was probably our biggest hurdle.
The mindset of thinking who does what and who's leading the group, where do you want to take the group, there just became a pool of, okay, we want to be the Jets from the 80s versus another part of the family. Like, well, who are we today? Can we be that instead?
There's kind of two camps, the sisters, Moana, myself, Rudy, Heine, we all had our different ways of how it should go, and they were just very different.
So different, in fact, that the Jets ultimately split into two warring factions, sparking a bitter lawsuit over which side rightfully owned the name of the band.
In 1979, sisters Joni, Kim, Debbie, and Kathy Sledge joined forces with Chic songwriter and singer Nile Rodgers to make the musical magic with a string of hits, including He's the Greatest Dancer, and We Are Family. But 10 years later, Kathy left the group to pursue a solo career, which led to a split that landed the sisters in court, with Joni, Kim, and Debbie suing to keep Kathy from using the family name. I like to really make this clear. I never sued anyone. I never would. And I never left the band. I did a solo project and I was asked to leave the band. I was sued so I couldn't perform as or from Sister Sledge. And that was frustrating to me. I like singing with a group. I'm not fighting my sisters. But I had to fight for the right to sing. Pope Francis visited the US in 2015 and he visited Philadelphia. Sister Sledge was asked to perform We Are Family for him. Debbie, Joni, and Kim, they took the stage, but Kathy, she would not be present, and according to a press release that was sent on her behalf, her sisters refused to allow her to participate. Sadly, on March 10th, 2017, Joni Sledge passed away at the age of 60. Thankfully, a couple months before her passing, Debbie, Kim, and Kathy, they all got together and hugged things out. Cameo brought funk music to the mainstream in the late 70s and early 80s, with dance hits like Word Up and Candy.
I always seem to get around you. There's no mistake.
Their unique sound and fashion-forward style made them instant stars. But when the original group disbanded, they didn't leave on good terms. Some members accused lead singer Larry Blackmon of exercising unfair control of the band's finances and even the group's name. In 2018, former Cameo members Nathan Leffenett, Arnett Leffenett, Gerald Bright, Gregory Johnson, and Tommy Jenkins sued Larry, accusing him of preventing them from collecting digital royalties on their music. But Blackmon answered back with a countersuit alleging that the former members performed using the band's names, which he claimed he owned. Which one of these group conflicts affected you as a fan? Now, if you like what you saw and would like to see more videos like this, then let me know in the comments below.